Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, from one that blew up on social media when a user on TikTok shared her dad's reaction to the music video of Murdergram Do since she was featured in the video. And it went exactly how you'd expect if you saw your family in a music video with LL Cool J and Eminem. And speaking on this note, the sales report for LL Cool J's The Force has hit social media. And for starters, who would have thought that LL Cool J could outsell younger rappers like, say, YG in big 2024. No disrespect to YG, of course. And we got some new milestones for Eminem that hit just days apart. One that's even bound to trigger a segment of his fanbase, if we are being honest, based on prior reactions when it dropped. And we'll get to this later in the video. Today we also have 50 Cent's thoughts on Kendrick Lamar headlining the Super Bowl, and also Mekhi Phifer's thoughts on this, proof from the 8 Mile film. And speaking on 50 Cent's recent squabbles, we got a bit of back and forth between 50 Cent and Desiigner that's still on as recent as just hours ago. And we got what looks to have landed Adam22 in hot water when he brought up LL Cool J in his reaction to Kendrick Lamar's latest drop, dissing the industry, Watch the Party Die. And you wouldn't believe who Adam22 sees to be Kendrick Lamar's audience in hip-hop. More on this later. A user on TikTok shared her dad's reaction to the music video of Murdergram Do.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Who else knows about this?
Everyone.
Shut up, dude. Are you for real?
Yep.
Sensational.
And speaking on LL's new album, we got latest reports. LL Cool J's The Force debuts at number 50 on this week's Billboard 200, 16,000 sold. And at 16,000, this shows LL Cool J managed to double YG's first week album sales. And mind you, many younger rappers who get pushed by the industry that have released this year have all been stuck in the 20,000s. From Latto, Ice Spice, and even more recently, Polo G, who moved 24,000 with Hood Poet, and some have expanded. The most impressive 16,000 I have ever seen. P.S. The legend's debut was in '85, freaking 40 years, and his net worth is $120 million, so he never made this album for the money, just for the art form. And besides all that, it was a great album. And speaking on LL, he was just out here catching strays when a snippet from Adam22 and Whack 100 hit social media, where they were reacting to Kendrick's latest song, Watch the Party Die. And check it out, it was this snippet that caused a bit of a crap storm for Adam22. Check it out.
What'd you think about the Kendrick song? I don't think you like it.
I only listened to it once. I didn't really.
I heard it once. Is it? Well, maybe twice.
It was cool, alright. It was alright, I guess. I was mostly just like trying to pick apart the lyrics that related to Ack.
Wanted him.
That's why I knew going into it was like he disses Ack.
You wanted him to be dissing and on the bullshit.
I feel like if the Drake beef is subsiding, we might be arriving back at a world in which Kendrick puts out music and everybody I know doesn't really talk about it, which is how it's been for quite some time now. Just to be real, his last album, like, came out, I thought it was gonna be this huge conversation in hip hop, and none of the hosts had anything to say about it. I didn't really have anything to say. Like, when Kendrick's dropped his last album, I just felt like I was surprised how little conversation went. I just feel like I mostly podcast with people who primarily listen to like street rap.
But number-wise, Kendrick's gonna outnumber him.
For sure. But his audience is really like a very different class of people. It's like older, whiter.
Kendrick?
For sure.
I think he has everybody. He got young kids, they fuck with Kendrick.
Kids, really?
Teenagers.
I think that like you're assuming that the young fan base is listening to older artists than they actually are.
I don't think they look at Kendrick as an older artist.
I think that to a young kid, Kendrick might as well be f***ing LL Cool J.
And Adam didn't stop there. He had to look up LL Cool J's projections, which he couldn't find at the time, and this was where many fans drew the line.
Yeah, okay. LL Cool J returning with first album in over a decade, announces new single.
If nobody reports, what does that mean?
I mean, realistically, it's not really supposed to sell shit, right? I mean, let's be real. It's like...
What do you mean, bro? He has a crowd.
It's not really like he's been nurturing his rap music fan base
crowd.
for all these. That's the problem, yeah. The more the audience thinks of you as an actor, the more they don't check for your music.
Hence responses like, LOL, the Big Steppers tour was huge. What the F is Adam on about? Besides, Kenny doesn't make music for the likes of him, and LL is still making music, even though he debuted in the early 80s. Dumb. And users kept going. The LL disrespect at the end was so unnecessary. Hip-hop treats legends horribly. And boy, they kept going. Adam 22 and his friends are not the demographic, they're the object of what Kendrick says he doesn't like. Laughing emoji. And we are gonna need Adam 22 to respond to this one. I don't know who that guy is, so I could be wrong, but he seems like a fan of just rap-infused entertainment and not hip-hop and the people whom culture it came from. Some people just enjoy the spectacle that surrounds something. For instance, I don't watch hockey, but I'll watch a fight that happens in hockey and be happy to see it. That's what dude seems like to me. But perhaps when Adam 22 finds out LL did 16,000 on an album he didn't expect to sell anything, his opinion might change, as even the so-called rappers running hip-hop in 2024, as the media would have you believe, have mostly dropped projects that are stuck in the 20,000 range on Billboard, and LL did 16,000. And moving on, 50 Cent was recently on the talk, and he was asked about his thoughts on Kendrick's upcoming Super Bowl halftime show, and this was how it went.
What's your 2 cents on Kendrick Lamar doing the halftime show in New Orleans for the Super Bowl, especially knowing like Lil Weezy from New Orleans? I mean, that's big.
Yeah, I mean, it was a choice. I think Kendrick deserves, as a solo artist right now, he's the guy. Yeah. You know, having the game be in New Orleans, having it be played in New Orleans, I can see why they got the win. I think the way the last show was put together with me, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Kendrick was there then. Yeah. Kendrick and Mary J. Blige.
Yeah. He could bring out P, Master P, Juvie.
Well, he should bring out the people that he featured on big records with.
Clearly, 50 is not a fan of participation trophies, since he believes Kendrick should only have to bring out artists that he's made hits with. And that just happens to also include Lil Wayne. Mona Lisa was a hit, and they continued.
P, Master P, Juvie.
Well, he should bring out the people that he featured on big records with. Like,
true that. But other people too, you know, because I think the great thing about it is to see everybody perform together.
Yeah. And
the way Kendrick is bringing people together, even though it's a little beefing. How you feel about the beefing?
I think it's good for the culture. Both Drake and Kendrick produce quality music faster because they were competing with each other. That competitive nature made them go work and have responses. So it's like, you know, it keeps, like hip hop is still, it's not just a genre where you can just make a song and sit back. You got to make a song and be ready to make a song again, like right away.
Yeah, keep it on wax. I love when, remember LL Cool J and Kumo D was going against each other. Yeah. You know, some strong dudes flat-footed.
It's usually a highlight of, you remember those moments.
However, some disagree with the notion that the beef was good for hip-hop. All the OGs saying this was good for the culture. Meanwhile, since the beef, hip-hop albums have flopped left and right. The beef took the attention away from everyone's album release except for Travis. The beef was definitely not good for the culture. It also divided all the fans. Now I get the point, but last I checked, it took 2 weeks for Travis' mixtape to fall out of the top 50. Meanwhile, the death of Slim Shady is still there months later. Not sure why Eminem's drop was ignored, but what are your thoughts? Was this beef a positive or a negative for hip-hop overall? And we got to find out what Mekhi Phifer thinks about Kendrick's upcoming performance.
Kendrick Lamar. This is what I really love. I would love Kendrick, but I would love if he could find a way. I know he's beefing with Drake and all that nonsense, but I would love to see him work out something with Lil Wayne because it's his town, and maybe not do not like us. You know, make it comfortable for him. You know what I mean? Because it's his town. You know what I mean? So, and he already performed. Kendrick did in his own town at the last Super Bowl. So it'd be nice to, see Lil Wayne get up there and grace the stage with him, and at least let us know that it's not the whole camps beefing with each other. Maybe there's personal beef between Kendrick and Drake, but it'd be nice to see that, that olive branch tossed out, and I would love to see that. Amazing.
And moving on, 50 Cent spent some time to dunk on rapper DISS a few hours ago with this. Sometimes you don't have to say anything at all. Anguished face emoji. Okay, moving right along.
Bugged out, thugged out, everybody trying to be a snake. Cop told me that's my gun. Everybody did it rape, that's my whip. Don't touch, that's my shit. 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 Cop told me that's my drug, that's my gun, that's my shit. Don't touch, 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 that's my brick. Don't touch, that's my bitch. Don't touch, that's I'm rich.
You know what it is, Funk Flex Designer. Everybody can't come up here. Brooklyn. Everybody can't come up here. Everybody can't come up here.
Wow.
And while this got the timeline rolling, this snippet has provided some with motivation. Dudes like him give me motivation to make music better than him. And some have expanded. Funk Flex should be charged for even allowing this to go public. And DISS actually fired back at 50 with his 50 diss song.
White boy send that cash and I close the deal. House of 7 years like I'm Jack and Jill. Niggas getting jacked for real. For real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real.
Oh no. And he added the caption, talking 50 Cent, I'm talking 50 mil at 50 Cent, laughing fire and cash emojis. And moving on, the song from Kamikaze that split Eminem fans, especially those who wanted to appeal to the cool kids on social media, just hit a new milestone on YouTube Music. Check it out. Eminem Venom hit 1 billion plays on YouTube Music. It is the first song from Kamikaze to hit the milestone on the platform. Suffice to say, the song that some argued should have been axed from Kamikaze turns out to be the cornerstone. And a music video for Without Me also hit 2 billion views just days ago. Many hip-hop fans slip on YouTube numbers, but for Eminem it just shows his global appeal as recovery leads for his albums on the platform with a whopping total of 7.5 billion plays. He's got 9 projects, all over 2 billion plays, and The Death of Slim Shady is set to hit 500 million any day now.
Good Lord.
But over to you guys, share your thoughts below, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.